Okay, so before this video begins, I have a huge announcement. I, Superior Simmer, will be joining the creator program.
You need to leave.
Listen, I know, I understand, I get it, but I promise you guys this is a good thing. My master plan is to go within EA and take them down inside out, bro. I can gather information for the channel, and at the same time, I can stop the packs before the release.
In the Sims community, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups. EA, a money-hungry company, and Simmers who continue to buy the packs knowing that The Sims 4 will be broken. These are their stories.
What is up, guys? This is your boy Superior Simmer, and today I have some more information regarding The Sims. If you guys like news, updates, and discussions, please hit the sub button, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. I also do have an affiliate link with Instagame to bring you guys cheaper games. If you guys click the right side of the screen or the link in the description, you guys will find a bunch of deals on cheaper game titles. They have action RPGs, adventure games, of course simulation, racing. Without further ado, let's get into the content. All right, guys, so we have a bunch of information to go over today, starting off with a new small base game update. So heading on over to Twitter, they said that there's a new fix containing fixes for the issues with The Sims freezing when getting married, as well as additional family tree fixes. So this fix is for PC, Mac, and console, and again, these are all live mode fixes. So the first thing that we have is the resolved an issue found in some save files where the game would freeze when Sims are getting married. Family tree portraits will no longer overlap after a spouse's death when there's a secret child. They also resolved the issue in some saves where missing connections were appearing in the family tree and Sim portraits were not highlighted when selected. And then lastly, they resolved the issue where the game would stop responding when clicking on a sim from the family tree in some save files. Now, it's no surprise a lot of simmers were frustrated with this patch update. And it's not because of the actual fixes, but it's just because we've been getting patch updates back to back and people are just tired of it. Thankfully, this patch up doesn't affect or break mods. So if you do update your game, you should be good. Now, if you haven't heard the news, on Twitter, The Sims posted saying, "Rising or established, your voice belongs in The Sims." Learn more about what's new with The Sims Creator Program today. Thread below. So I don't know if you smell that, but it smells like desperation. The Sims team is trying to, I don't know what word to use, revitalize the creator program. This is their attempt to try to invite new creators into this program, and there's a whole thread basically talking about the perks of what comes with this program. And of course, I'll leave the patch update and the article in the link in the description. I'm skimming through all this stuff, but they mention all these perks. So there's free game codes at new launches for you and your community, early access to new launches, occasional sneak peeks and early previews, including opportunities to preview content with Sim developers. There's chances to receive some Sim swag or other physical goodies during key Sims milestones, access to a private Discord where you can chat with the Sims team and fellow creators, access to the EA Creator Network platform for opportunities across the Sims and other EA titles. There's also access to a support a creator called the SAC program, where you receive your own creator code to earn commission, the SAC community reward discounts during select windows, and there's also exclusive creator discounts at the shop The Sims. Bro, I'm sorry, but the Sims store, okay? I'm surprised the Sims store is still alive given everything that's going on. If people are not buying packs, there's no way in hell someone is going to the Sims store to buy a Freezer Bunny plushie, bro. Fuck the Freezer Bunny. They also mentioned there's a bunch of collaborations, so opportunities to take part in campaigns, live streams, and activations. There's also opportunities to collaborate with us both in game and out, such as live events, workshops, and more. And there's opportunities to join virtual and in-person feedback and beta playtesting. Now, what's really interesting is also support as well. So you get a direct connection with a Sims team member in your region. There's regular creator feedback survey sessions and listening opportunities, resources to support safety, well-being, and platform best practices, learning and education sessions throughout the year to help you grow as a Sims creator, and opportunities to apply for a support to facilitate tech needs or creator-led events and charity fundraisers. Now, as you guys can imagine on Twitter, a lot of people are basically flaming this, but I've also seen some people mention, and I'm not going to show those tweets on the channel because I'm not going to be the reason why these people get bullied or whatever. Not saying that you guys will do that, but I know there's going to be some like randoms that will watch this video and feel the need to go, like, I don't know, harass people just because they're weird. I've also seen people say like, oh, like I applied like months ago and you guys still didn't let me in. Like, what's going on? Like, there's a lot of people that are interested in this, but there are other people on the other side of the fence that are basically like flaming this. There was one comment here by a human person who said, the fact that you now have to advertise the program as everyone left, LMAO. Again, keep in mind, because of the buyout, there's been a lot of huge creators that have left the program, like James Turner, Little Simsy, Plumbella, the list goes on. But there are other people like Deligracy who have stayed. So again, to each their own. I want to be very clear as well. I'm not here to judge people for obviously staying in this program or leaving. That is none of my business. I do have a lot of opinions on this for sure. Again, we have another one here by Davey. They said, just fix the game, man. Invest your money into fixing the issues instead of paying people to ignore the problem. And I feel like this tweet kind of sums up everything I feel about the Power Ranger program personally. And again, I'll get to my thoughts and opinions in a second. You know, there's one here by Muffin who says, do not sign up. They work for Saudi Arabia and Trump's son. We do not support that. So there's been a few likes on that tweet as well. And then we have one here by Baby Ellis Ross. He said, the team of dick riders is big enough. Oh my goodness. Fix things, please. God damn. For people who've been subscribed to this channel for like the last, like, I think we're coming up on like 3 years now. I just like kissed my mic, bro. That's crazy. You guys know my stance with this whole Power Ranger program business. I personally feel like, and this is no slight to anybody that's in the program, like specifically, I'm just saying like as a whole, and this is pre-buyout, right? I personally feel like a lot of the people that were in this program weren't being honest with their audience, and just like people who like want to check out reviews, you know, for these newer packs. I feel like a lot of people are being very disingenuous in the reviews, and it just felt like fabricated bullshit. Again, shout out to Gongs. He makes great like lore videos on The Sims. He's just a very talented creator. I think it was like a year ago. I don't know. Everything's like a blur with this channel because he basically came out because someone kind of called him out for being like a shill, and I guess that hit her nerve because he went and made this whole video basically saying that yes, like EA does pay me to do reviews.
It's no secret that my previous Batu video was a sponsored video. I flagged it as branded content, and I put the tags to indicate that EA has indeed paid me for making videos.
Damn!
And again, I was the first person to like talk about this situation because I was like, whoa, like this is crazy. Keep in mind, a lot of people, including myself, were under the impression that, again, these guys in the program do get early access to make content, and then they also get like a free copy of the game. And I was under the assumption that's as far as it goes. And then obviously there's some people in the comments like, oh, don't you know what sponsored means? Sponsored means it's paid, like whatever. Because there's a difference between being in the EA creator program and then also being sponsored by EA. Like that's two different things. But there has been times, I forgot what video it was, when Plumbella did a review for one of the packs. She mentioned she was being sponsored by EA, but that review was not being paid for. So till this day, that stuff is very confusing to me. But yes, some of these guys get paid to do reviews. And the issue with that is if you're getting paid to do reviews, you become compromised. Okay, I can't trust your opinion because it's been bought. They're gonna say more positive things about the pack than be honest because you're getting paid. And again, I appreciate Gongs for being honest about that, because up until that point, I had no idea that some of these guys were getting paid to do reviews, which is just like crazy. And again, it made a lot more sense why these guys were always saying like positive things about these packs, knowing that the pack, in my personal opinion, was garbage. Like Horse Ranch wasn't a good pack. You know, I shit on Horse Ranch every chance I get because it's a horse shitty pack, bro. It's trash. These new Gen Z simmers think like a new world, a aspiration, 1 or 2 gameplay objects, and a couple of traits makes an expansion pack. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, but that is just the bare minimum. There's so much that goes into making an expansion. That's why I urge people to play like the previous games so you have a better understanding of why simmers are always, you know, upset with some of these like newer expansion packs. And let's talk about the Plum Bob in the room, bro. You guys haven't done live streams for the last 2 packs. If you guys cannot get on here and advertise your packs to your consumers, why do you want other content creators to go and do that, knowing that they might face some backlash? Of course, there's going to be people who just don't care about like what other people have to say. Like, I'm like that. I don't care what people have to tell me on the internet because most of these guys don't even go outside. Like, these people are keyboard warriors who just get off of like trying to harass people and bully people because they have nothing going on in their lives. Like, they're miserable. Again, some people are not going to care, right? But there are going to be people who are new to the content creator scene who are like jumping in for the first time. They're not going to know all the politics surrounding Sims. I feel like they should kind of make people aware. Of course, do your own research as well. You know, like, hey, like, just so you know, this is going on with like the company right now. It's being bought by these people. That goes against what you stand for. Just know that, right? Let's be honest. Like, let's just talk about it for a second. I do feel like there's some people that are looking at this as a way to kind of be the face of Sims, because Little Simsy bowed out. Like, she's not the face of Sims anymore. There's going to be people that are going to look to take her place and not give a damn about anything going on with the buyout. There are people who just don't care, and that it is what it is. So it's going to be very interesting. We're definitely in this very like weird era of Sims. My thing is, if you're going to join this program, I just hope you guys are honest, bro, and you guys are not like shilling and doing all this extra shit membership because you guys want to be like the new king or queen of Sims. You know what I mean? I do feel like some people in this program are very disingenuous because they're just trying to get a paycheck. I don't know, but I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this whole program situation. This is a very interesting like topic for sure. If you guys made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you so much. I hope you guys have a good day and take care.